What's good, it's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the post-fight reaction video for Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez. I'm very disappointed that this fight was a split draw, whatever you want to call it. And it didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion. It was a solid fight, but they was trying to hype it. Well, Oscar actually did hype it as the greatest middleweight fight in the world, ever. He was saying this got the potential to be the greatest middleweight fight. It's definitely going to be all this. It was a solid fight. It just showed two limited fighters in there, in my opinion. Triple G is very limited, very overrated, in my opinion. Once again, I've been saying it. And, both had good beards, though. I got to give them that. But, Triple G did not cut the ring down like I seen him cut the ring down on guys with better, I ain't going to say better footwork. But, I ain't seen him cut. It didn't look like Triple G I seen versus inferior competition. He did not walk through Canelo early in this fight. He did some when he got him on the ropes, but he was very hesitant, very tentative. He never completely jumped on Canelo Alvarez. He was looking to pick his shot. He was pick his shots. He was very wary. You know what? I'm gonna say he was very scared to go to the body because he was going to be scared to get countered to the head. All that shit that Abel Sanchez and Gennady Golovkin was talking about Canelo couldn't punch, they show a lot of respect for a motherfucker who couldn't punch. You know what I mean? Golovkin did not really try to go to the body. Golovkin was picking his shots. Usually, he just keep you on the chin. He throwing shots everywhere, hitting you on the shoulders and the arms. He did not do none of that shit tonight. He was very respectful. For Canelo Alvarez, he came out moving a lot, and it's clear that this kid has a stamina issue or don't have the stamina to fight 3 minutes for 12 rounds. And not a lot of fighters do. There's no problem with that. He was looking for a breather in this fight, and I thought Triple G should have stepped it up a few times in this fight. He didn't step up the gear because for some reason he was scared of getting hit, hit to the head. I seen when Canelo worked the body, Triple G was taking deep breaths. He was getting tired, and at one point in the middle of those rounds, Triple G strapped his nuts on and said, "Let's go." But he never was a guy that fully committed to a pressure in his offensive attack. He never fully committed to it tonight until like the last few rounds. He did it a little bit, but still he was tentative once again. He was not the offensively committed Triple G tonight. Canelo did a good job tonight, I guess. He was countering, but he left a lot out there. Similar to Danny Jacobs, he's going to look at that film and say, "I left a lot out there," in my opinion. He did. He left a lot out there. He could have did way more body work. He could have worked the jab a lot more than he did. And that was his biggest mistake. The reason why he let this fight slip away through his hands was a simple fact is he didn't use his jab enough. His jab was just as good, if not better, than Triple G's tonight. Triple G just utilized his jab way more. Canelo's jab was comparable to Triple G jab when he used it, and him kept going to the ropes and playing the rope-a-dope, and Harold Letterman, kept. Just because a guy's coming forward don't mean a guy's winning the round. That is one of the most pet peeve things I hate in boxing. Carol Letterman gave Canelo no credit for ring generalships for making Gennady Golovkin miss and countering on the ropes in some of those rounds. He never gave him credit. And when he went forward, he started scoring for him. You don't have to move forward and be the aggressor to win a round. That's not a requirement. A requirement is to have ring generalship and score. And in the copy box numbers, it was bullshit. I was seeing punches that landed that they wasn't even calling. I'm not saying they called a copy box. I was seeing little hooks by Canelo land, little hooks to the body, and Jim Lampley was just having a cocksucking fest on Golovkin tonight. That's why I don't listen to that shit, man. I fucked around and got a new website. It was clear, everything was quality, but it was a U.S. Announce team. And I usually turn the sound off. I said, let me give him a chance and shit. And Roy Jones saying that, Canelo was letting Triple G do that. He was right. Canelo was letting him fucking get off and get his ass on the ropes. I expected a lot more from this fight. I expected a lot more from Triple G. Triple G did not perform up to par, in my opinion, in this fight. And maybe it's part of the decline, or maybe it's another step up in competition for him again. It's another step up in competition. And I'm not surprised this fight was a draw. It's a business. This fight did good numbers. It was a good, entertaining fight. So they want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, it's a business. And, Golden Boy is Golden Boy. On a 118 or 110 by L.A. Bird was, crazy as fuck. Triple G's score was good. I think it was like 115 to 112 or 115 to 113 or something like that. That's a good, solid fight. I had Canelo winning by 2 points, and it was some swing rounds in there. I had him winning by 2. Triple G could have won the last 3 rounds, and he could have won by 1, or he can give him another round, could have been a draw. I have no issue with it being a draw, but it was just bullshit, man. I expected a lot more from Triple G. I'm just saying, I'm gonna just keep saying that he underperformed tonight. He's not as good as y'all say he is. I've been telling you that, and I finally, found a way to get in this corner and bag him to whoop Canelo and stop Canelo. He couldn't even do it. And when you step up in competition, that's what fucking happens. The knockout stop. It gets a little tougher. And he showed so much respect to Canelo Alvarez tonight for a guy that, can't punch, or I beat his ass in sparring, they were saying, or he's not on our level. Then why you show this guy so much respect? Why? Why did this guy get so much respect from you if he wasn't shit? And like I told you guys, when you step up to a mega fight, it's different from fighting on 100K pay-per-view. It's different from fighting in Kazakhstan or fighting Curtis Stevens and David Lemieux. It's all the marbles on the line. And Triple G came out there with the quivers, with butterflies in the stomach. He didn't perform well early. Had him losing the first 3 rounds, And at the end of the day, these Triple G fans going to try to spin it some type of way. Canelo fans going to try to spin it that type of way. All I'm saying is this: these two motherfuckers is not top 2, top 5 pound for pound. I ain't going to say, maybe they could be top 5. I don't know. I was not impressed by the skill level displayed by Gennady Golovkin tonight. And I was not impressed by Canelo Alvarez lack of trying to keep the fight in the middle of the ring and lack of committing to the body and being aggressive Canelo Alvarez. We know he was. He came out trying to move and counter. That's cute. That's nice. Good shit. But you should have been more aggressive because the body work was bothering Golovkin. And Golovkin was scared to go to Canelo's body because he was going to get countered. And they're not the best fighters in the world. Nowhere near the best fighters in the world. Do you know what Andre Ward would do to Golovkin? And I think in my opinion, with a little bit more, a couple more fights, probably not even that. I think Jamal Charlo beat the fuck out these guys, man. Danny Jacobs, I think second time around he do better with Golovkin. And it is what it is, man. It was a draw. Let me know what y'all think. I didn't think it lived up to the hype, but it was a good fight.